Welcome back to Pillar to Post, folks. Your host Pete Wall here. Just giving you a little bit of update how things are going. Excuse me. Now, guys clearly know I'm going through a huge lifestyle change. Now, this weekend I used as a bit of a cheat weekend. Um, got the news that my older brother was moving back to Manitoba. I live here in Ontario, Canada. So, won't be able to see much of him. So, I decided to take time off from the fasting. And so I took 2 days off, Saturday and Sunday, because I wanted to have a nice barbecue with the family and everything in preparation for his send off, and that'll be happening at 3 a.m. this morning when I drive him up to Hamilton to the airport and see him off. Um, we'll see each other again, but I mean, to me it was very important, and had to do something special for the day. Um, so I figured I'd take it upon myself to use the weekend as a bit of an experiment, see how my body reacted by eating similar to the way I used to. And barbecue, it's like, oh, you gotta love barbecues. Steak, homemade, homemade hamburgers, hot dogs, barbecue chicken. So I had a small piece of steak. I had um, a couple of chicken legs and a hamburger. So that was like me saying, you know what, goodbye to the old lifestyle, and we're going to be kicking off this week, starting tomorrow, with the entire week going 20 hours um, fasting, and then I have a small meal, and then back to the fasting right away. Um, to gear up for um, a challenge. And I want to challenge myself. And as you can see, I'm still smoking. Um, the challenge, I put up a poll in my Skype chat, and there's, I don't know, roughly 25, 30 people in there. Um, but basically put it to them. I gave them, you know, a poll to do, and pick how many days I should fast for, and I set it for um, in 2 weeks. So this week I do the 1 day fast, and then all week long, and then the following week I will be doing the challenge. I haven't looked at the numbers yet, but I'm pretty sure it's like a 10-day fast, but with a side little thing there. Um, I like to be challenged, but I also like to be held accountable. So I added in a little thing in there, and I'm going to be using this week to slow down on the cigarettes, and then as soon as the next Sunday comes around, or Monday comes around, then I begin my 10, 20, 30-day fast, whatever they chose, and I will also be quitting smoking at the same time. Um, I'm doing this because why better myself in one form of health and not completely? So you gotta love those pop-ups. But so yes, in 2 weeks from today, well, in 1 week I should say. So this full week I do um, I believe, yes, it's OMAD as it's called, um, one meal a day, and it's like a very small meal. Like it's like usually what I did when I first started this was just one chicken breast. That was it. But I'll do like fish, or roasted vegetables, and a little piece of meat or something like that. But they're very small meals, and then I'll be transitioning to a full, however many days these people chose. Now I'm hoping it's a longer one, because I went 3 days. I was going to do a 5 day water fast, but this weekend came about, and I decided I was going to just stop at 3 full days, and then, you know, send my brother off and everything, and then move on and get really serious about this. So I'll be looking at the poll tonight, and then going from there. But this week is all in preparation for that, as well as to quit smoking. So I'm going to use this slow down. I'm going to limit myself to how many cigarettes I'm allowed to have a day. That way, hopefully, come the following week, it'll be a lot easier to just break away. Still drinking a shitload of water, because frankly, it doesn't matter if you're on a diet or not. Water is very important in your system. It helps keeping you flushed and good on the inside. But I couldn't test my sugars, my sugar levels this weekend because I ran out of test strips, and I gotta wait till Monday so I can get more. So, which is tomorrow. But I'll be making sure I'm constantly checking like I was this week. I've really good numbers. I can honestly say today I probably don't have good numbers, but I feel good, so I don't think the sugar levels went too high. Usually when they go over 10, I become lethargic. I become very tired very easily. I've gone all day. I had one little nap today because I was a very busy man, and I haven't had good sleep in the last 2 days. So I had a little bit of a nap. I actually fell asleep right here in the chair, and probably slept for about an hour. But the weight, like I said last time I checked, it was my last video, when I had the gastroscopy, and I was down to 312. No doubt I probably gained about 5 pounds this weekend. So I haven't stepped on a scale, so I'm not sure. But yeah, this coming week, I'm not going to do a video every day this week. Just letting you know the rundown. I'm going to weigh myself at the very beginning of the week, and I'm going to see how it does, just strictly on the 1 meal a day plan. And then when I switch over to the full fast, it'll be a water fast. I won't do dry fasts. There's like fruit juice fasts as well as other fasts you can do, but I strictly do the water fast. I like it, and which is weird to say, but yeah, it's cuts out a lot of crap. Literally, out of your day, you're not thinking what kind of food do I want to eat? What am I hungry for? That's my biggest problem. It's always trying to decide what I'm going to cook. Now, for the rest of the family, it's pretty simple. I just ask them what they want. If they don't know, it's like, well, make it your damn self. You're all old enough now. But I had a talk with the wife, and I said, I'm going to need your help. When I need help, I've come to learn to ask for it. And I know I'm going to need help with quitting smoking. I told her, I said, I don't care how bad I get. Don't give me any cigarettes. Don't nothing, And she goes, well, you get grumpy as fuck without cigarettes. I said, well, then just tell me to fucking go upstairs. Go work out on the Studebaker. Do something. She said, but you got to help me. And so she's up for it. It's it is a lifestyle change, and something that is very important to me. I don't joke about it. I don't know. All the research I've done thus far, all the videos I've watched about other people doing this, I have seen nothing but positive things about fasting, and I've seen it in myself. And this weekend alone, I ate semi-normal on Saturday, and I started feeling it in my legs right away. The swelling was becoming an issue in my leg. The lymphedema was acting up again. The nerve problems in my legs were getting worse again. Like my toes are literally feeling like they're on fire right now. And it's a terrible sensation to have. And I was sitting there with my family today outside, and I brought it up, and they're very encouraging. Like it's an encouragement I haven't had in a long time, and I needed it. I needed to hear it, and they're happy for me that I found this. They want me to pull it through. They want me to keep doing it. And I've got some other goals in mind as well. I'm never going to give up doing this channel. I'm never going to give up writing. But, you know, that dream you had when you were a kid, there was a lot of kids, they want to be an astronaut. They wanted to be an artist. They wanted to be a rock star and this and that. Even in my dreams, my aspirations weren't so lofty. I was always fascinated with truckers, the lifestyle and stuff like that. Now, with a family and everything, um, it becomes harder to do. You don't want to do long hauls and this and that. But my kids are older, um, and they're at that age where they can care for themselves. And that way, if I decide, I am going to move forward with the trucking and fulfill that dream, I can take my wife along in that. The one thing is, I will be making some big moves then, and some big changes. Big changes already happening in my life, and I want to keep those changes going for the better, not for the worst. Um, but very excited. Um, I'm trying not to think on the negative sides of things, and which can be a bit hard to do. But when you have a purpose, things just become a little bit easier. Things become a little bit clearer, and I found my purpose right now, and that's to get healthy again, get my body in shape. Starting off with the fasting, I'm close to getting to that, out of the 300 zone. I would be so happy to if people ask me how much I weigh, I could, not say 300 pounds plus. Um, and yes, when you're in public, it comes up a lot. People are very ignorant sometimes with the way they ask. Um, but I'm done with letting myself feel less than just because I'm not what other people expect. I'm not what I expect. And that's, to me, the important thing. I am not the person I want to see. And so I'm changing that for me. If I gave a flying fuck about the person next door or down the street or uptown or this friend or that friend, what they thought about how I looked, I'd probably feel like shit all the time. Not just health wise, but emotionally, mentally. And, I used to let things like that bother me. I did. And not anymore. It doesn't work that way with me anymore. It's just, it's time to get right for this guy. And if you ain't doing it for yourself, folks, it ain't worth doing. Because you'll never stick through it. You'll never complete your goal because it's not for you, it is for someone else. People use the term selfishness as a bad term sometimes, or most times. Sometimes you have to be selfish. When it comes to your health, when it comes to your life, you have to be selfish. You cannot do it, as in getting better, healthier, for anyone else but yourself. Now, I stated in the one video I did, I believe it was the last, um, there are side effects to achieving that goal. Yes, a longevity of life with your family, you know, being able to do more things with your family, being able to spend more time with them, um, you know, just feeling good to be around people. Okay, that is a side effect from the selfishness of becoming a healthier you. And that's the approach I'm looking at it. And I didn't need anyone to tell me I had to be selfish when it came to this. It was ingrained into me when I made this decision. I could not do it for anyone else but me. If my wife asked me to do it, I wouldn't be able to complete it. You know? It, you have to be your judge, your jury, and your executioner. If you fail, it's your fault. You have no one else to blame but yourself. And if you achieve what your goal is, well, hell, you only got one person's hand to raise above your head in victory, and that is your own. You don't need anyone else's approval. You don't need anyone's congratulations for doing it. Support, though. Support is a necessity. You do need that support. You need that encouragement and help of others. And I've come to learn that. And I've got a pretty good support structure. I've got my wife and my kids. I've got this channel, the subscribers here, the viewers here, as well as those that have become very good friends of mine and keep on pushing me forward. And you have to also show the appreciation to those people for doing that for you. But in the end, when it is all said and done and you've achieved that goal, it was all you. Because without you doing the hard work, without you doing the things you needed to do, it wouldn't have worked. Those are just my thoughts on it, you know, and the way I feel about it, and, you know, that's the approach I'm taking. I'm always thankful for all those that support me. I'm always thankful and appreciative for the time that they give me and their friendship, as well as their thoughts, any advice that they give, their encouragement. I am very proud of it, honestly, very proud of it. But I'm doing what I need to do. So my next update I'm going to give you will be probably Sunday. Not this, you know, it's coming up Sunday. And let me look at the calendar to see what day that is, just so I keep it in my head. So it'll be on the 25th, you will get my next update. And it will involve a start date, which would be the 19th, and how much I weighed, and back to my glucose scales and everything. And then I'll have the start weight or the end weight of that week, and then I'll be gearing up for the 26th when I enter the challenge. And the challenge, I call it a challenge because I believe it will be like a 10-day straight fast. Could be a little bit more, deciding where those votes went, but it will be a challenge because I'm putting quit smoking on the list as well. So, you know, going to be a rough one, but I know I've got the support structure there for it, the encouragement for it, and you know, I keep on telling my daughter, you know, she's stronger than she believes she is, and I've got to tell myself that sometimes, that I am stronger than I believe I am. And so I'm going to have to ingrain that in my head, maybe even just write that right on the wall, right in front of me. Every time I sit in this chair and a thought of having a cigarette, I can look at that and tell myself that every damn time I want a cigarette. So yeah, I want to keep on keeping on, and seeing how far this leads, and where this leads. Will it lead me into a different life? So thank you for your time once again, folks. Keep on doing you. If you decide it's time that you start being a little bit of a healthier you got to tell yourself it's about me, as in you. You know, you got to tell yourself that it is not about anyone else. It's about you. Keep that in your head. Be selfish about it. And I believe that you'll be able to conquer and achieve that goal in the end as well. And I haven't achieved my goal yet, but I'm getting close. I'm almost under that 300-pound mark. And I want to go till my next goal. Like I said, my first goal, getting below 300 pounds. And after I achieve that, my next goal is set, and that is to be 250 pounds. And if I can achieve that, next goal is 225. 225 is my preferred weight, my healthy weight for my size. I'm 6'2", 225 pounds. It's a good weight to be at. You know, and I'm going to keep on doing exercising, going for long walks, you know, getting into other exercises along the way, keep my body healthy, keep my body strong, help these bones, these old joints. And I say old joints, I'm only 41 years old, but my body's been through 90 years of turmoil. You might think that's funny, but, you know, being in an accident where you're a pedestrian and a drunk driver hits you, the damage that does to your body overall, the lifestyle that I lived before that even, and the lifestyle I lived for a long time afterwards, it's done its damage. So, you know, I got to strengthen it, and you know, my mind's strong already. I've got the strong mind. I've got the strong mentality for it. It's going to be a challenge, but I'm up for it. So for the next update on the 25th August, you'll get it then, and then we'll enter the challenge, folks. So have a great time. Have a great night. Always have a better tomorrow, because you know I will. I'm out of here.